It was supposed to be just another hearing. Judge Edward Chen had presided over hundreds like it before, confident, sharp, untouchable. But on this particular day, something was different. Something was waiting for him. As Chen leaned forward on the bench, his voice cut through the courtroom like a knife. "Ms. Bondi," he said, with a smirk only arrogance can produce, "let's hope this isn't another one of your political stunts." Pam Bondi didn't blink. She adjusted the notes on her legal pad, nodded once, and replied, "I'm here to serve justice, Your Honor." Just 12 minutes later, the courtroom would erupt. A Department of Justice agent, seated quietly in the gallery, would stand. A folder would be handed over. The room would fall silent. And Judge Edward Chen, one of the most feared figures in the federal system, would be placed under arrest. But to understand how that moment happened, we need to rewind. It was a suffocatingly humid Tuesday morning in Miami. The type of heat that settled into your bones. Outside the federal courthouse, reporters gathered like moths to a flame, clutching notepads, phones, and rumors. Everyone knew today's hearing would be explosive. No one knew just how far it would go. Courtroom 4B was packed. A high-profile corruption case was on the docket. Gulfram Industries, a tech conglomerate with deep pockets and deeper secrets, stood accused of laundering funds through a maze of shell companies and lobbying schemes. The media had dubbed it the trial of the year. But behind the headlines, the real drama hadn't yet begun, because today the defense would be led by Florida's former Attorney General, Pam Bondi, and presiding over it all, Judge Edward Chen. A man with a reputation as a cold technician of the law, and a personal distaste for Bondi that had never been subtle. She entered the courtroom quietly, her tailored navy suit crisp, her hair pinned with surgical precision. She carried a single leather folder thick with notes and the kind of calm that only comes from being dangerously prepared. Judge Chen entered 2 minutes later. His robe billowed behind him like a cape. His face bore no warmth, only expectation. The gallery rose as one. Cameras weren't allowed, but you could feel the electricity, the kind of tension that precedes something irreversible. Chen took his seat, scanning the room with icy detachment. Then his eyes landed on her. He leaned into his microphone. "Ms. Bondi," he said, eyebrows raised. "Still chasing relevance, I see." No objection, no reaction, only silence. Bondi walked to the podium, opened her folder, and looked up. "Good morning, Your Honor," she said. "I represent the defense." Judge Chen gave a half-smile. "Then I suggest you prepare yourself. This court has no patience for amateur theatrics." The first blow had been thrown, but Bondi didn't flinch. She wasn't here to perform. She was here to expose. Judge Chen turns up the pressure, but Bondi doesn't break. She absorbs every insult. What no one knows is that her trap is already in motion.